for the people inside. They're a very peaceful temple. They believe in peace, harmony, and getting along with everyone.
We've put basic pieces of information that has been coming in together here, and here is what we know at this time. Again, I want to emphasize that this is video that is not live. It was shot quite some time ago as officers arrived on the scene. It looks as though these are people who actually are coming out, who have been brought out from inside the Sikh temple there on South Howell Avenue. They are being put in an armored personnel vehicle and presumably escorted safely back out of harm's way. Again, this is recorded video from some time ago, so we are not disclosing any live video of that scene, although at some point I would guess that I would guess that they will give us the all clear to go ahead and start streaming live pictures. Again, you can see people dressed in their religious garb being escorted out safely into the armored personnel vehicle.
And one of the things about that was going on inside of the temple today, there was going to be, you know, like a group lunch. The children are generally separated from their parents, and the girls are actually taught in a separate class the Punjabi language, and everybody comes together for a formal greeting and lunch. So there was a separation of families. Obviously, any families outside in the parking lot that may be inside that have other relatives or friends inside, this is just a terrifying moment, but police are telling them to not talk too much about any details so as to not jeopardize the investigation, which involves state, federal, and local agencies.
Among the pieces of information that came into the newsroom, we were told that one of the priests from the temple encountered the gunman in the parking lot outside the temple, and that he was shot immediately upon encountering this individual, and then the gunman went inside and began opening fire. That, of course, precipitated the 911 phone calls that led to the police response. We know now that an Oak Creek police officer, a 20-year veteran of the force, responded to the scene and encountered the gunman outside in the parking lot. So again, if there is only one gunman, it appears what happened, he shot someone in the parking lot, then went inside, shot people, perhaps came back outside and was confronted by the Oak Creek police officer, the hail of gunfire, the exchange of gunfire, the officer wounded, the gunman down and dead. Again, some uncertainty about whether or not there were additional gunmen inside the building, and that is why police have been so cautious in their response.
And we also did learn through some information that the possibility that one of the injured was a priest that was visiting from New Delhi, India. A visiting religious leader was at the service this morning, very sad, from out of town to talk to the members of the temple. And as Representative Josh Zepnick said, this is senseless, tragic, mind-boggling, and he considers the people at this temple to be brothers and sisters, a place of peace, love, and worship.
Again, we are told that there are 3 deceased out in the parking lot. We are told that there are 4 people who are dead inside the temple itself. The one piece of information that the chief was not able to provide at this point was the number of wounded and the extent of the injuries. He is of the opinion that there are no other gunmen inside. Again, because of their request that we not show live video of the temple itself, we can't tell you if the ambulances have now pulled up in front of the temple or not. Perhaps we can get some of that information as this scene unfolds. But of course, with all the civilians inside the temple and a gunman with at least 2 weapons, it is quite possible that there is a great deal of carnage inside.
And once again, we do know the shooter was shot and is presumed deceased. That is the good news, that we do not have word, once again, of any additional individuals. Tactical officers made their way through the temple. We're making several searches to check and see and make sure that there is no other shooter. But again, we did hear that that might not be confirmed as of yet, because believing this is a fluid situation, as of now they don't think there's another shooter, but that could change. Let's hope that stands.
Keller Russell joins us live on the telephone now with additional information. She is live, rather, on camera, I understand, outside Froedtert Hospital. Keller, go ahead and give us a briefing.
Mike Fredert is calling this a mass casualty incident. We know that 3 people have been brought here to Fredert. All 3 are men and all 3 are in critical condition. One was in the operating room, one was taken to surgical intensive care, and one was brought into the emergency room just before 1 o'clock this afternoon.